Superstar Tiffany Haddish has been arrested again, and what she did after has social media furious. And then, who is Israel releasing in exchange for hostages taken by Hamas? The answer may surprise you. Plus 60-second headlines right now on Notice News. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Springer, and this is Notice News, your daily news update right here on YouTube. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell to stay updated. Tiffany Haddish has got to be one of the funniest people in the world, but what happened over Thanksgiving is no laughing matter. It all started on Thursday night when the Emmy and Grammy winning comedian performed at the Laugh Factory in West Hollywood. She was apparently part of the legendary comedy club's annual free Thanksgiving show for the community. According to TMZ, at around 5:45 the next morning, police got a call that someone had stopped their car in the middle of Beverly Drive and was slumped over the wheel, sleeping, as the car was running. Cops say it was Tiffany. This video captured her arrest. She's been charged with driving under the influence, though it's not exactly clear what she was under the influence of. And here's the thing, this isn't the first time this has happened. Back in January of 2022, Tiffany was arrested in Atlanta for almost the exact same thing. Police got a call about Tiffany sleeping behind the wheel and was eventually charged with a DUI. Cops had suspected that Tiffany was smoking weed before that arrest. After that, Tiffany went on The Tonight Show and told Jimmy Fallon she was going through a lot. Her grandmother had just died, and so had her close friend, Bob Saget. On Friday night, Tiffany was back to doing stand-up, this time at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach, where she went on stage and made a joke about it.
I pray to God to see me a man with a job. For real?
The same joke she made on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon when she was arrested in Georgia.
I've been praying to God to send me a new man, a good man. And God went ahead and sent me 4 in a uniform.
But people on social media don't think this is funny. On Twitter, Tasha wrote, "So Tiffany Haddish thinks drunk driving is funny? This effing idiot got lucky." While MKWT wrote, "Tiffany Haddish needs to get her life together before she kills someone driving drunk. She'll ruin lives, including her own. Get help, sis." Now, we should point out it's not clear if Tiffany was drunk. DUI in California can mean driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. But I want to know what you think. Was Tiffany just trying to lighten the mood, make the most out of a stupid mistake? Or was she trying to gloss over a really serious crime? Should she be laughing and making jokes about it right now? Tell me below in the comments. Tiffany is scheduled to be in court in December back in Georgia to go on trial for that previous DUI charge. Moving on. Over the past couple days, we finally got some good news out of the Middle East. Hamas has released 50 hostages it took prisoner in its October 7th attack on Israel in exchange for 150 Palestinian prisoners that Israel had. Among those released by Hamas were a 9-year-old girl, seen here reuniting with her father, and the youngest hostage, a 4-year-old who holds dual US and Israeli citizenship. But who exactly did the Israelis release in exchange for these hostages? According to news reports, they were all women and minors, some of whom had been convicted of serious crimes like attempted stabbings or attacks on Israeli security forces, while others were simply accused of throwing rocks at soldiers, inciting social media, or quote, supporting terrorism, a broadly defined catch-all which the Associated Press says Israel has used to crack down on young men. One of those teens was Tariq Dawood, a 17-year-old who the New York Times says was held for over a year for simply throwing rocks at soldiers in the West Bank. He's now coming home to his father. In what critics are calling Israel adding insult to injury, the Israelis tried to prohibit Palestinians from even celebrating that these prisoners were released. The Israelis, one of our closest allies. Yep. Along with this hostage exchange came a temporary pause in Israel's destruction of Gaza, which so far has killed more than 13,000 people, the vast majority of whom were women and children. Since Israel's revenge for the October 7th attack began almost 2 months ago, the United Nations says that more than 40% of all homes in the Gaza Strip have either been damaged or completely destroyed. Your tax dollars at work, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get a timer going for 60-second headlines. 2 drug dealers have been arrested in the death of TikTok superstar Cooper Noriega, who died of an accidental overdose thanks to fentanyl-laced pills in June of 2022. The trial is set to start in January. Derek Chauvin, the man who murdered George Floyd, is expected to survive after he was stabbed in prison on Friday. This comes as a ridiculous right-wing documentary floating around suggests Chauvin is actually innocent. Spoiler alert, he's not. But just this week, the Supreme Court denied his appeal, upholding the conviction. And Merriam-Webster has announced their 2023 Word of the Year, marking their 20th year of picking a top word. Some of the top contenders were Riz, dead name, doppelganger, and indict. But what took the top spot in the age of deepfakes and artificial intelligence? The word authentic. Much like myself, authentic. That's it for today. If you want to find out more about something I covered, links to sources and references are authentically down below in the description. Make sure to like and subscribe to get notice news here on YouTube, and go follow us on Snapchat and TikTok. I'll see you back here tomorrow.